Hi, hello. Hope you people are doing well and you people are understanding my lesson. So, welcome to one more video. This is the second video on this week. That last day we people discussed about unsupervised classification and what is the difference between supervised and unsupervised classification, major difference, how it is differentiate from other types, and unsupervised classification, what are the basic concept of unsupervised classification and different algorithms that we are applying with unsupervised classification, how it works, and what are the advantages, what are the disadvantages, and it is less time consuming work, totally done by the machine, something automatic, clearly connected with machine. Machine means computer and software. That may be computer means certain hardware, and software maybe ARDAS or QGAs. I think yes, it is possible with the help of certain new plugins. And then what? RGAs. And today we are going to discuss about hybrid classification or guided clustering. What do you mean by guided clustering? And see, we people discussed about certain classes, land use, land cover classes, land use, land cover classification. So the process of clustering, we people are clustering certain classes together with the help of certain training samples and all these things, training data samples, spectral signature. So I expect you people are well aware about this concept, that is clear connection with this what training data set, supervised and unsupervised classification. Here, hybrid classification means the supervised and unsupervised classification having certain error. To eliminate this kinds of error, we people are using this hybrid classification. It is that combination of both supervised and unsupervised classification methods, and it is useful for huge amount of data. Huge amount of data, here data means different kinds of images and image related products. For processing that kinds of things, we are using this hybrid classification, and that is in that hybrid classification, guided clustering different training samples, what that unclassified, we are collecting different training sample from that unclassified regions, unclassified images. See, when we people preparing certain land use, land cover map, some maybe that some pixels, the machine won't classify certain pixels or classify as unknown class. That we people are clearly aware about what kinds of land use or land cover in that particular place. So this hybrid classification is a formula or solution for this kinds of purpose. And let me tell you one more thing. I am not done with this. I'm not. I have never used this hybrid clustering or guided clustering or this kinds of classification. I see. Just again, I'm what repeating. It is for huge amount of data. I never tried this hybrid classification or guided clustering. So you people are okay with that three supervised classification algorithms and unsupervised classification algorithms. Certain error matrix. This different kinds. We already discussed different kinds of things that is clearly connected with image classification. Different methods. Fine. And again, I'm repeating the same sentence. We people are mining the spatial process, uh, spatial pattern, right? Spatial behavior, that may be land use, land cover change, that behavior, that how the pattern of change, because of what process this changes occur. For detailed study, we that different mission and that that huge amount of hardware and software, we people are using this hybrid classification method. So welcome to my class. Let us start our lesson. So what do you mean by hybrid approaches? Useful if large variability in the DN and individual classes. I already said DN means pixel value, digital number or digital value. Use clustering concepts from unsupervised classification to derive subclasses for individual classes, followed by standard supervised methods. So in hybrid classification, we will use both. I already said that supervised and unsupervised method. We will use both of these algorithms. Can apply example k-means algorithm. See, k-means algorithm that is coming under unsupervised classification to test subareas, to derive class statistics and use the derived clusters to classify the whole scene. See, cluster means here cluster means a group of class. Fine, a group of class. Requirement that all classes of interest are represented in this test areas. Clustering algorithms may not always determine all relevant classes in an image. Example, linear features, routes, etc. may not be picked up by the textual methods described above. Again, continuing, hybrid supervised and unsupervised classifiers are particularly valuable in analysis where there is complex variability in the spectral response patterns. See, we already discussed about spectral response pattern, that different patterns in the training data set, patterns for individual cover types present. These conditions are quite common in such applications as vegetation mapping. Under these conditions, spectral variability within cover types normally comes about both from variation within cover types, species, and from different site conditions, example, soil, slope, aspect, crown cluster, etc. Guided clustering is a hybrid approach that has been shown to be quite effective in such circumstances. So remember, guided clustering, hybrid classification, that mixture of both supervised and unsupervised methods. In guided clustering, the analyst delineates numerous supervised light training sets for each cover type to be classified in a scene. Unlike the training sets used in traditional supervised method, these areas need not be perfectly homogeneous and heterogeneous. Right? See, we people will collect certain training sets, training data set, that homogeneous training data sets. Right? Homogeneous, similar color combination or similar band combination. That is the that here mean. The data from all the training sets for a given information class are then used in an unsupervised clustering routine to generate several, as many as 20 or more spectral signature. Fine. With the help of unsupervised classification, that the data from all the training data sites for a given information class are then used in an unsupervised clustering routine to generate several, as many as 20 or more spectral signatures. These signatures are examined by the analyst. Some may be discarded or merged, and the remainder are considered to represent spectral subclasses of the desired information class. Signatures are also compared among the different information classes. So at what we people are doing in that unsupervised classification, keeping that image, that connecting with the that image on the drive, open with the help of a software. We are opening the classifying window, collecting different spectral signature or training sample. from the image, saving the training sample, and based on that training sample, sometimes we will merge certain training samples. For example, different training samples. See, water bodies is a common spectral signature. So we will collect different segments or different signature. That may be pond, that may be lake, that may be river, and we will combine the whole data set together and consider this as a cluster a cluster of a common common point. That means a water body with different locations, with different reflectance values. That kinds of clustering method is applying here. What in that guided clustering method. Fine. Then the data from the all training sets for a given information class are then used in an supervised classification routine to generate several, as many as 20 or more spectral signatures. These signatures are examined by the analyst. Some may be okay. This is already gone through. Once a sufficient number of such spectral subclasses have been acquired for all information classes, a maximum likelihood classification. So that maximum likelihood classification, that is coming under supervised classification, that we already discussed, is performed with the full set of refined spectral subclasses. The spectral subclasses are then aggregated back into the original information classes. Guided clustering may be summarized in the following steps. I think nearly 7 steps. Fine. Let's go through that 7th step. Guided clustering may be summarized in the following steps. Delineate training set areas for information class X. Cluster all class X training areas pixel at some time into spectral subclasses X1, Xn using an automated clustering algorithm. That may be supervised algorithm. Fine. Examine the class X signatures and merge or delete signature as appropriate. A progression of clustering scenarios, example from 3 to 20 cluster classes, should be investigated with the final number of clusters and merger and deletion decisions based on such factors as display of given classes on the raw image, multi-dimensional histogram analysis for each cluster, and multivariate distance measures, example transform divergence to or JM distance. Transform divergence. See, I will explain that. Okay, not on this video. Repeat step 1 to 3 for all additional information classes. Examine all classes signatures and merge or delete signatures as appropriate. Perform maximum likelihood classification on the entire image with the full set of spectral subclasses. Aggregate spectral subclasses back to the original information classes. So that is the procedure. So here, see, the thing is, we are refining. See that we will apply. So we can summarize this hybrid classification or guided clustering into simply with the help of both supervised and unsupervised classification method. Again, what that refining the signature, spectral signature or training sample, refining the classified image again and again for a better result. That is simply the hybrid classification. There is no much explanation is needed. I think hybrid classification is that approach is something for a better result, for a better identification of what land use, land cover. Right? We are clustering and we are classifying, again classifying for a better result. We will use both of these measures, that supervised and unsupervised classification method, for a better result. That is simply I am explaining. You can ask your doubts, and I am again repeating. It's a practical paper, so see that supervised and unsupervised classes, you have to do it. Just explaining in that theoretical, I don't know how much you people will understand. Learn the theory and try to apply the things with the help of available missions in our college. That is the only advice I can give you. And thanks for watching the video lesson. Kindly ask your doubts on coming Friday session. Fine, you should come and ask your doubts. Try to attend. Nearly 5, 6, or up to 6 or 7 people are regularly attending the assessment. Definitely they will get that benefit. Then those who are not attending assessment, I don't know what they will do on the examination. Kindly attend the assessment regularly. Clear your doubts. Okay, so remember, we people are communicating the information we collected from the remotely sensed image with the help of GIS and image processing techniques for a better future, for better sustainable world. So thanks for watching. Thanks a lot.